Assalamu alaikum everyone. Asam Mohammed Yawar Climate, and today I'm going to talk to Maya about a simple topic, a word which we used in our daily life, which is water, and we will ask some questions to Maya about it, and we'll see what Maya thinks about this word and what is basic meaning of this word, where it does it come from, and all the originations and all the basic way of thinking, talking, etc. So let's start. Uh, what if one simple word connects all life on earth? That word is water. It is essential for survival, yet it also carries deep meaning in language, culture, and history. Today, we explore how water is not only uh, the origin of life, but also a powerful symbol of human communication. Water is foundation of life. Every living organism depends on it. Scientists believe life on Earth began in water, making it the start point of biological existence. So let's see what Maya thinks about it.
What's up?
Hello, Maya. How are you?
I'm doing well, thanks. You sound pretty good yourself. Anything going on with you today?
Yeah, absolutely. Today we are going to talk about water.
Water, huh? That's surprisingly broad. What specifically about water caught your interest?
So basically, I would ask questions to you, and you are supposed to uh, answer me. Okay.
Sounds good. Fire away with your questions about water.
Okay, so the first question is, what does the word water means?
Water refers to a clear, colorless, odorless, and tasteless liquid that's essential for most life forms. It's the chemical compound HACuO, two hydrogen atoms and one oxygen atom. But beyond that scientific definition, it's pretty much the basis of everything. Rivers, lakes, oceans, even us, we're mostly water. What made you curious about this one specifically?
Okay, so where did the word originate?
That's a really interesting question. It goes way back to Proto Germanic watar, which itself comes from Proto Indo European wed, meaning water. Basically, is incredibly ancient, like from the roots of language itself. It's one of those words that's been with us from the very beginnings of communication between humans. Seems pretty fundamental that the word for something so essential would be so old, right?
Absolutely. So why is water essential for life?
Essential because it's literally involved in almost every process living things need to survive. The cellular level, it's the medium for most chemical reactions in our bodies.
Absolutely.
Carries nutrients, absolutely. Helps get rid of waste. Without water, all those systems shut down. Also, a lot of organisms are made up of mostly water. We're around 60% water ourselves. Even plants need it for photosynthesis and structural support. It's kind of hard to imagine life working without it at all.
Yeah, I don't think without water the life is can be sustained, or it could be born in the past like billion years ago.
I'm not quite catching that part, the 20 years ago bit. It got a bit garbled. Did you mean to say that life couldn't have existed without water in the past or something else?
No, yeah, right. Exactly. I said that.
Yeah, exactly. I totally get it now.
Yep.
Without water in the past, life as we know it wouldn't have come to be at all. That would have been impossible. In the very beginning of life on Earth, the water played a significant role in the evolution of life.
Yep. So, like, do you think that uh, life
Yeah,
begins in
absolutely.
water?
Life in water? Definitely. Actually, the origin of life itself likely happened in water. Scientists believe the first single-celled organisms evolved in oceans or shallow bodies of water. It provided protection and everything needed for the initial chemical processes to happen. That makes sense, right? Life probably started from very simple building blocks in oceans long before it can move on to land.
So, can you tell me how did the life how does water support plants?
Okay, so how does water support plant life? Plants need water for photosynthesis, which is how they make their food. They turn sunlight, carbon dioxide, and water into energy. Water also keeps them upright through something called turgor pressure. Basically, water fills up the cells, making them firm, like inflating a balloon. Then there's water transport. It carries nutrients from the soil up to the leaves, just like our veins work to carry blood. Without all of these roles that water plays for plants, none of them would survive. What sparked your curiosity about plants specifically?
No, I just I guess the basic the first living organism uh, are supposed to be plants. I guess according to me, I could be wrong, but you are right. I read somewhere that the first organisms, living organisms, are found under the oceans or the shallow body of water, and that basically arose my curiosity about the plants.
That's a really interesting thought, and you're actually on the right track. But the very first organisms weren't actually plants. They were single celled organisms, more similar to bacteria than anything we'd call a plant. Plants came much later in the evolutionary timeline. The earliest plant life was algae. But you're right that it all started in water, and that curiosity connecting early life to plants makes perfect sense. They both depend on water in pretty fundamental ways. Does that clarify it a bit?
Yeah, absolutely. That is nice. I think you clarified it very well. And so, can you tell me what are the properties of water?
You got it. Water's got some pretty unique properties. First, it's a great solvent. It can dissolve more stuff than pretty much any other liquid, which is why it's sometimes called the universal solvent. That's why you see all sorts of things dissolve in water. Then there's its high surface tension. Basically, water molecules stick together a lot, which lets things like insects walk on water. It also has a high specific heat capacity. It takes a lot of energy to heat it up or cool it down, which helps moderate temperatures. And finally, it's less dense as a solid than a liquid. That's why ice floats instead of sinking. All those properties together make water perfect for supporting life as we know it.
Okay, absolutely. You are right here on the right track. So, can life exist without water?
That's the big question, isn't it? As far as we know, no, not life as we understand it. Water is such a crucial solvent, transporter, regulator, every fundamental process. Scientists are actively searching for extraterrestrial life, and they're always looking for evidence of water because it's considered almost necessary for life to even exist. The kind of water that could support life, liquid water, hasn't been found elsewhere yet. But who knows what other forms life might take or what chemical combination might work instead? It's definitely something scientists are thinking about.
Okay, so
Go ahead. What's your next question?
what are common idioms related to water?
Oh, there are tons. To be in deep water means you're in trouble. To bail someone out is rescuing them from a tough situation, like bailing water from a sinking boat. Hold water is about a plan or argument that's weak or flawed. It doesn't hold up. Still, waters run deep means someone quiet might have hidden depth. Water under the bridge is something in the past that's irrelevant now. Test the waters means cautiously trying something new. Those are just a few, but water imagery shows up in language all the time. They're pretty evocative, right?
Absolutely. Okay, so how do scientists search for water on other planets?
Good question. Scientists use a bunch of different methods. For nearby planets, they'll use telescopes to analyze light reflected from the surface. Different molecules absorb light differently, so they can detect traces of water that way. For more distant planets, they look for signs of atmospheric humidity or even ice clouds. They'll also analyze the planet's temperature range. You need a certain temperature for water to exist in liquid form. Spacecraft landing probes or orbiting planets have even directly measured water content on places like Mars. Finding liquid water on other planets could support the existence of life there or demonstrate that it is possible for other forms of life to exist that we haven't observed yet. What do you think about the possibility of finding life beyond Earth?
I think this is a nice way to like explore. I think, according to my opinion, like my gut feeling says that there is life beyond the Earth, beyond our reach. If we can reach there, that would be nice. But in Islamic point of view, according to Islamic point of view, uh, there is something else. That is something else. So it's like contradictory. So we can't say anything about it. If scientists are working on it, if they find it, that's very good thing. But if not, then obviously we are meant to stay in this world and have to save this world.
I hear you. There's definitely something profound about both this scientific quest for understanding and the spiritual questions it raises. Your perspective about the Islamic viewpoint is interesting. That sense of finding peace with the unknown, whether we discover life elsewhere or not. It's a really thoughtful way to approach it. I get that it feels a little contradictory at times.
Okay, so next question I would like to ask, like, how does water shapes geography?
That's a fantastic question. Water is a powerful force of erosion. Think about how rivers carve canyons over millions of years, creating those incredible landscapes. Rain itself breaks down rocks, and then that sediment gets carried away by rivers or wind. Oceans shape coastlines with waves constantly eroding cliffs and depositing sand to create beaches. Glaciers act like giant bulldozers, carving out valleys and mountains. Water also creates features like deltas, where rivers meet the sea, or aquifers underground, forming caves and sinkholes. Water doesn't just fill in landscapes, it actually builds and destroys them over time. Makes you realize how dynamic our planet is, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Basically, according to me, our Earth is very dynamic. That has many perspectives, new things which are even uh, hidden from us till now. And when we find it, we will be more innovative, more improve ourselves. That is my thinking. What's your?
Uh, I'm with you on that entirely. It's that sense of constant discovery that makes things feel limitless, doesn't it? Like every answer just opens up a bunch of new questions. Plus, that continuous improvement, that drive to figure things out, it really shapes how we think and solve problems. There's something really compelling about how uncovering the planet's secrets makes us better humans in a way.
Absolutely. So I heard about water cycle. What is the water cycle?
Right. The water cycle, it's how water moves around the earth. It's basically this constant loop of evaporation. where water turns into vapor and rises into the atmosphere. You have condensation, where that vapor cools and forms clouds. Precipitation is when that water falls back to earth as rain, snow, sleet, or hail. Then the water either flows into rivers, lakes, and oceans, or it seeps into the ground, and the cycle starts all over again. It's been happening for billions of years, and it's the reason we have water on Earth today. It's like a big circulatory system for the planet.
Absolutely. So, can you tell me why is water considered universal?
When people call water the universal solvent, they mean it's capable of dissolving more substances than any other liquid. It's like water just really likes to mix with other things. That's because of how water molecules work. They have a positive and negative charge on each end, which lets them attract lots of different types of molecules. Most chemicals you deal with in cooking, cleaning, biology, they can all dissolve in water. That property makes water essential for a lot of biological processes because everything works on chemical reactions happening in liquids, and water does that better than almost anything else. But it's worth noting, it's not actually truly universal, as there are some things that still don't dissolve, like fats and oils. Still, it's pretty darn good at it.
Absolutely. So, my last question would be, what would you think that life be like without water?
What's a heavy thought? Life without water? Honestly, it's hard to even imagine. If water didn't exist, the chemical processes that power all living things would be impossible. Life, as we understand it, probably couldn't exist. Maybe some kind of completely alien life could form based on different chemistry, like using methane or some other liquid, but it would be so different from anything we know. Honestly, it's difficult to make a real conclusion without knowing what kind of variables would support other types of life beyond Earth. What's your take on it?
I think there would be no life without water.
Yeah, I have to agree. Everything we've talked about, from the origin of life to how plants survive to the basic chemistry that keeps our bodies functioning, it all comes back to water. It really seems like it's the foundation for everything. We really do take it for granted, don't we?
Absolutely. So, thank you, Maya. That was a very nice talk. Thank you for your time. That would be all.
Of course. That was a really fun conversation about water. You asked some thoughtful questions that made me think about it in new ways. Thanks for the good conversation, Yawar.
No problem. Goodbye. So that was our talk. That was our simple talk. We basically talked about water, the basic origin, till many more. And I hope you like that. You were you have to learn many things to like to be in this world. So if you like this if you like this talk, kindly like, share, subscribe, and let me know if you want more talks like this. Thank you very much for watching. This is Yawar Said signing off.